Hey everyone! Welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you're watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. So if you're new here, what I usually do on this channel is I show you a deck from my personal collection and I tell you what I like and what I don't like about the deck. I show you all of the cards, we look at the guidebook, we shuffle, and then we also choose a card to read at the end so that you would have an idea of how the guidebook reads. And I have chapters on all of that in the description box below. So if you just want to jump to a particular topic, feel free to do so. So today we will be taking a look at this mass market tarot deck called the Shadowland Tarot by Monica Budirsky. So it is October. Spooky season is upon us, so I did bring out my more I wouldn't say it's spooky, but yeah. But yeah, this is a really interesting deck. I find it cute and a little bit spooky at the same time. So, about the deck, shadows are said to be part of unlit corners of a space where creatures lurk and mystery dwells. They may also manifest on a personal or even global level to convey demons, fear, or anxieties. In a broader sense, shadows signify unresolved trauma and bring it to the forefront of our consciousness as aspects of ourselves that we can finally acknowledge. The skeletons, mummies, spiders, bats, crows, and ghosts we hide. This tarot deck and accompanying guidebook provide you with vital creative tools you need to access your shadows and reveal hidden truths. Alongside traditional tarot symbolism and meanings, shadow aspects of our archetypal personalities are portrayed as 78 playful and quirky ink and watercolor creature cards that offer insight and guidance into our deepest selves. The book consists of a detailed introduction to shadows and shadow work, card meanings, reflection questions, and easy-to-follow spreads to help you discover, contemplate, and integrate previously unacknowledged aspects of your life and personality. For beginners as well as seasoned readers and shadow workers, discover imaginative solutions to everyday challenges as well as complex or concealed conditions. Is it time for you to stop hiding from your shadows? So, so you have, it's a pretty big box, so yeah. It is a magnetic closure. You have Shadowland Tarot here, bright yellow on the inside, a really good guidebook. And you have here the cards. So let me put this to the side first. Let's take a look at the guidebook first. So this is a very meaty guidebook, very well done. So if you're afraid of spiders, you might want to skip this part, but I mean, it's kind of a cute kind of spider. But what I like about it is if you actually, oh, you don't see it. If you actually flip through the pages, you'll see that the spider is going down the page. So I don't know, I find that cute. If you don't like spiders, you might find that extra creepy, but it's a cute little detail for me. So you have some acknowledgements and then the table of contents. So you have a foreword by Liz Dean, preface, introduction, the Shadowland cards before you go into the meanings, and then at the end, that's where you see how to use the cards, the layouts or the spreads, tarot FAQs, conclusion, endnotes, and a bibliography. Now, what I like about this guidebook, let me show you. So it tells you a little bit about shadows. It's a pretty good introduction to the book, to the cards. And then for each card, so you have here the image of the card, the name, a phrase here. It talks about the card, the keywords, the shadows, the message of the card, and then you have these reflections or prompts. And I really like that. That goes all the way to the minors, which is unusual, which is not common because you usually just see that in the majors, but the level of detail is there all throughout the book. And later on, when we choose a card to read, we'll read from this guidebook so you'll have an idea, but that is the contents of this guidebook. And then the cards are gilded in this gold gilding. I don't normally like gilding, but this is quite a smooth gilding. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't feel sharp, so I do like it. These are the backs, bright yellow and black, reversible with bats. It is a matte cardstock. Feels like standard tarot size. Snaps back quite well. Not too thick, not too thin. I do like, I do feel that it will be the type that kind of clumps during the overhand, but otherwise, a very nice, usable cardstock. So let's just zoom in and take a closer look at all of the cards. Alright, so starting with the Fool, it has been renamed to Seeker. There is a number as well at the top. It is a borderless card. The Magician. What's funny is I've had this deck since last year, but I got it, I think, around December. So I waited like an entire year for me to start using it. I flipped through it, I've looked through it, I've peeked at the book, but I haven't really used it for readings because I felt like, you know, it's something that I should bring out during the later parts of the year. Wait, hold on. Okay, so it didn't seem to be focusing, so I changed the angle. So I think this is a better view. But yeah, so I didn't use it. I have opened it, I have looked through it, but I'm really excited to start using it this month and see how it reads for me. But it is quirky, it is, I wouldn't say it's a scary looking or a creepy looking deck. I find it really cute, actually. And yeah, coupled with this big chunk of a guidebook, I do think that I will like this deck. Tower. It's just, I guess this is a type of art that I'm quite drawn to. Although it's a little bit busy, but because of the watercolor and the ink details, it's not too difficult for me to make out the details. And yeah, I've always been drawn to like cute and creepy things, I guess. Nothing too cute, nothing too creepy. It's just the right balance. And I do love working with guidebooks, so. It is an RWS based deck. So if you're familiar with how to read RWS, I think it would be easy for you to use this deck. And even if you're not, even if this is your first deck, if you're drawn to it, I really think it would be a good beginner deck because if you're drawn to it, because of the details on the guidebook and the imagery is very much similar to how the RWS is structured. Swords. Feel free to speed up, slow down, or even pause if you want to take a closer look at the cards. I typically go through the flip-throughs rather quickly. I don't want to, you know, have really long videos, so if you just want to see or have an idea of what it looks like, or if you just want to jump to sections of this video, you can also do that in the description box below. King. Very fiery Ace of Wands. And the King. And our last suit the cups. Three of Cups. Have the Knight, the Queen, and the King. All right, so let's see how this shuffles. So it is still a little bit stiff because this is the first time I'm shuffling it. Let's see if we can do a better one. Okay, so I was wrong. The gilding does feel a little bit sharp if you shuffle, or maybe because I also have small hands, so I do have to stretch and, you know, push tightly on the deck. Maybe if I shuffle it enough times, it will loosen up. So far, it is a little uncomfortable, but nothing too bad. And then overhand. Oh, I thought this would clump, but it slides quite well. Okay. Let's do that again. And let's see if we can get a jumper. Yeah, it's not sticking to each other, so I was wrong. I thought that it would, but I am not getting up. I wouldn't say that's a jumper, but we'll work with it. Probably we'll choose. Which one do you like? Okay, we'll choose this one. It is the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so let's zoom in and let me open up the guidebook. Let me find the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so it's quite long. So, okay, so for the first part, it's basically a description of the card, so I'll just skip that. But if you want to read it, here you can pause and read. And then for the keywords, you have inclusion, desire, community involvement, courage, kinship, invitation. And the shadows is exclusion, segregation, lack, rejection, shunned, envy, yearning, and obligation. And for the message, it says, the Five of Pentacles can indicate a shift or change in your perspective about resources and inclusivity. It may be a time of feeling that you are apart from a group that to you seems to be enjoying effortless and secure friendships. You may have been left out of a meeting at work, or didn't receive a dinner invitation, or you simply feel that you don't have the support you need financially, physically, or emotionally. To help you understand your need to be accepted, wanted, or loved, review how you feel about yourself, your current peers, or your friends. Do they include you, or do you make it clear you wish to be part of the group? You are being asked to accept yourself for who you are and understand self-care and self-respect before expecting it from others. Make sure you are with a group of friends or peers who respect your boundaries and accept you for who you are unconditionally and without prejudice. Comparisons to others will only leave you feeling inadequate. Remember that there will always be those more talented as well as less talented than you. And be grateful for who you are and all that you have in this present moment. You can change your situation by wading across any figurative river and politely introducing yourself. Perhaps only you see yourself as a large, hairy beast in the woods. Take the chance to help yourself out of this funk and don't let your ego get the best of you. You are not a beggar, simply human, and like everyone else, you need to belong to a community. This is not the time to be a witness to your own life. You are encouraged to be a participant. Change can be difficult, but you are not alone. Also, don't forget that if you identify with the creatures in the card by the fire roasting marshmallows, look up to see if you can invite someone who is shy or feeling isolated. Health indications are that you may be suffering from depression, leading to physical complications and vice versa. Please reach out to professional help if needed. Financial outlook for the Five of Pentacles is that you may be having a financially difficult time or experiencing a lack of income. So make sure you reach out to others for assistance and do not suffer in silence. In matters of love, the 5 indicates feelings of exclusion and lack in love right now. If you are in a relationship, something has created a rift. Be the one to raise the subject. And then for the prompts or the reflections, you have: what situations in my life have made me feel left out or lacking at times? When do I feel that I am on the outside looking in? Is my pride keeping me from expressing my feelings? How do expectations and disappointment factor into my feeling of lack? And can I assist someone who is feeling isolated right now? So that is a lot. But I really do like it. And yeah, for each card, you also do have the meaning physically, financially, and love, which is great. So I think it's a really good deck for someone who is still learning, who is like me, familiar with tarot, but wants to add layers or grow further into their practice. It's a really interesting, it's a really cute and for me, visually appealing deck. I can't really say that it's for everyone. Honestly, I think my taste in art can be a little bit weird. But yeah, the guidebook for me is really good and probably one of the easier to digest, but also quite comprehensive guidebooks that are out there. So yeah. And what do you think about this deck? Do you also like the art, or did you like what you heard from the guidebook? Are you interested in getting it? Let me know. I love reading comments, and I do try to respond to each and every single one. And yeah, so that has been the flip through of the Shadowland Tarot by Monica Bodirski. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to click on the like button and do consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos like this at least once a week. See you again next time. Bye!